bringing back one of my favorite decks of the set, upgrading it to be as competitive as possible in the standard best of one ranked, all in today's video. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you for taking the time to support the channel. I truly appreciate it. We'll be breaking down our deck list today in depth, discussing the strategies and synergies held within, providing you a deeper understanding of how to pilot this deck both effectively and efficiently. Furthermore, we will demonstrate this in our ranked gameplay footage against the best decks as well as players in-game, concluding with our wrap-up thoughts, channel news, and of course deck review to close out the video. If you want to help out, it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to, talk about some stuff, the community Discord is always open. So, on behalf of myself and Maya, thank you all one more time, and let's take a look at the deck list.
It's a new lap record!
Here we are. Kapow! This is, honestly one of my favorite decks of the set that I've come up with, of course. Always building my own decks, playing Magic my own way, and that's really what keeps me coming back set after set, year after year, for you all. So I hope you enjoy. We are building around Power 4, which takes advantage of the Outcaster Trailblazer for 3 mana, 4 power, 2 toughness. When it enters the battlefield, add 1 mana of any color to your pool. And whenever another creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card, right? So this is really nice. We can cast it for 0 via the plot for 3, which via the ETB can help us ramp. Okay, and then the Vaultborn Tyrant is here for 7, which is, a big reason why we may want to ramp with that ETB via the plot. 6/6 with trample. When it enters the battlefield or another creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, gain 3 life, draw a card, and when it dies, if it's not a token, create an artifact token that's a copy of it, which is really, really cool. So again, this is not only additional draw alongside the Trailblazer, but now we're bringing in life gain within the equation, which is, something. And then, let's talk about creatures that will trigger these in deck. The Stomper, a 4/4 with Vigilance for 3. When it enters the battlefield, grab a basic land into the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. It can attack and block once, and only once you control 7 or more lands. Trostani, 3 Whispers, 3 mana, 4/4, with a very nice set of mana sinks. Now, this is really good because the deck runs as a ramp deck. 2 mana, Death Touch to target creature, 1 mana, Vigilance to target creature, 3 mana, Devil Strike to target creature. Of course, we can pay each of these multiple times on different creatures, which is what's so great about the ramp. We also have an additional 4/4 via the Awakened Skyclave. Now, this is the backside of Invasion of Zendikar. When it enters the battlefield, grab 2 basics into the battlefield, tapped and shuffle, with 3 protection counters. Once you've removed them via a Flying Angel, more on that soon, you will unlock the 4/4 Vigilance Haste Skyclave that can tap for mana of any color, which is quite nice, as it is also a land in addition to its other types, as well as that 4 power creature, which will trigger the Trailblazer. It will trigger the Tyrant. Beautiful. And then also capitalizing now on these 4 power creatures with the Seraphic Steed, 2 mana, 2 power, 2 toughness with first strike and lifelink. When it attacks while saddled for 4, create a 3/3 Angel, which is, pretty good. It's definitely not bad. And then we have, some early interaction and, build up, building and solidifying our core, right? Protecting ourselves with the Might, 1 mana, 1/1 for 1 with Toxic 1. How many times can he say 1? It can't block, and you can pay 1 to tap it, choosing another color. Creature you control gains Toxic 1 and cannot be blocked by that color, as well as having hexproof from that color, which is pretty cool, right? So, typically this is going to protect our Steed. It's going to protect Trostani, maybe even the Trailblazer. The Tyrant's protection from exile, but they can destroy it if they want because of its ability that brings it back. And then, additional ramp as well as graveyard control via the Scrap Gorger 0/3 when it taps exile card from a graveyard to accumulate an oil counter. Once you have 3 oil counters, it's going to get +3, making it a 3/3, which can, put in some damage late game. The Evolving Adaptive is a 1-mana 0/0 that will enter the battlefield with 1 oil counter on it. And now its power and toughness will be equal to the number of oil counters that you have on it. And whenever you play a creature with power greater or toughness greater than the adaptive's power or toughness, grab another oil counter, which is pretty cool because, we have 2 power, we have 3 power, 4 power, it's all here, right? All the way up to 6. So this 1/1 can be quite formidable as the game goes on. Some removal in deck via Get Lost. 4 copies of this, instant speed for 2, destroying target creature, enchantment, planeswalker. Its controller will create 2 map tokens. So, just the emergency eject button to get out of here, right? And then hard-hitting question, which is A, really good with the lifelink, but B, even better with the death touch from Trostani, just acting again as a remove all. Damage equal to power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. It is at sorcery and they can interact with it. Make sure that you have the might to protect your target creature, right? Lands in deck. The Prairie, acting as a creature land, can also, when it attacks, push all of our other creatures up by 1, which is quite nice. Seed of the Empire is here alongside Who Endures as well, and then, just some additional dual lands, while having a fair amount of basics remain for the search, which we have through the Invasion and Stomper, of course, right? So going big, right? Early game, we want to get the Steed out, we want to get Trostani out, or any other 4-power creature, and just start making angels. Ramping while we're doing this. This is all ramp here, which is going to build us into the Tyrant, at which point we're doing all of that simultaneously on top of the Tyrant, and it really does fit quite nice together. So I hope you enjoyed. Decklist is in the description below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel as well. Let's play some Magic. All right. Pretty control-like hand. This is a little better. Confirming our curve. That's scary. We do find the land, which is nice. I think this would be better to play earlier on. Double Forest, thin out. Nice, okay. Looks like they're breaking and we're ramping, so it's gonna be pretty easy for us, I think. A lot of dead removal, but what do you do? How do we have all 3 copies of, like, what? That's insane. Hopefully we can flip. Big money, no whammies. Oh, come on. It's a land off. Which I guess we can still flip because we have enough land now. One angel. And then an additional draw with 2 life, 2 damage. What? That's all of my removal. Oh my god. Like, it's just unlikely, you know? How does that happen? Going first. Yeah, it's not a good hand. So slow. But, you know, maybe it can accumulate into something. Culminate? Words are hard. Almost as hard as numbers. All right. I mean, at least this helps us with the white land we'll need, or plains. It's a Cosmic Plains, obviously. A Naya deck. That's interesting. Ooh! I like that card. Quite a bit, in fact. All right. Steed is a go. This deck can super duper pop, though, if they're playing the Matter Weaver. We have Trostani with Steed, which is Death Touch, which is very, very good. Sometimes I feel like I've got the mic too close. Too close to Delphia? Yeah. Ruby, Ruby, Ruby. That's pretty cool. It's a good card. They, I guess, have 2 mana here. We have 5 mana. So... Oh. Rude boy. Okay. Will you block? I recommend it. It's Death Touch if you don't, boy. Sorry, Double Strike. And if you double block, then it's also Double Strike. No! The power of ramp with a mana sink, such as Trostani. Pass turn. Death Touch is active. They could very much do the do. But I think we should be okay for the most part. I hope the anticipation lasts. The suspense is killing me. Jetmir, little vigilance. That's not bad. Still no attack, though, unfortunately. Huh. Okay. Vigilance for me. And Thread and Lethal. Literally doesn't matter. Not bad. Down to 4. This is such a good card. 3 mana, 4/4, and, you know, Death Touch, Vigilance, Double Strike. What an absolute joke. Do they wipe the field, Brotherhood's End? For this, I will be impressed. A Lightning Helix. Okay, that's still pretty impressive. They need a blocker, or else we have lethal. Good game, double strike again, right? Taking the scry, right? What's the top card in the library? All right, on the draw, keeping 7. Very slow, but there's some land here, and that's always nice. Even more, wow. That's quite interesting. I think we bought this 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it wouldn't be. We should... Okay, and then it doesn't matter, I guess. LOL. I don't think it's that important to destroy. And it sets this back a turn. But we can start draws early. We can start draws early next turn regardless. Right? 4, 5. So if we do 4, 5, 6, this would be 7. So let's go Stomper with some removal. Or not. The draw now is not bad either, though. And then we can do all of them. So Adaptive Trailblazer. Make green. Stomper, push up the Adaptive again. Grab our land. And then removal. That's pretty good use of mana. And then we're only at 5, 6, still 1 back. But this is 6 and 7 here. So it's not bad. That's really good. This should unlock the first. Push up the Adaptive again. Wow. I mean, I don't even think we need to plot it. I think we can just play it. Because we already have 7 mana, right? All 4 Stompers? That's insane. We're just defending, I guess. We could double block. I mean, if we pull a land, it could have potentially been 9 mana. At which point a double drop would have been more beneficial. That's not bad. That's an easy double block though, right? Triple block. Just in case there's removal. Which I suspect there is. No? Okay. I'll allow it.
There's that second wind.
Triple draw. Very nice. I think I'll just wait. That's pretty big boy. Oh, they just want to immediately bring another out? Dang, okay, I see you. Into an Obliterator, which is also annoying. Why do they hate me? I mean, we just absorb it. I don't think that's a terrible idea. I guess we should have double blocked and just taken it. If we were committing 6 anyways, a triple block would have been better. Okay. I mean, what could go wrong? At least I don't have a Sheoldred out, you know? Then we'd be in trouble. Uh-oh! That's too much tuna. I think it's the Obliterator that we kill. We kill this. They have 1 block here. We hit for 16, not enough. Let's toss some lands, some invasions. I want to keep this as a like a removal piece, I think. Okay. That's interesting. Lifelink and flying? That's super interesting. Oh my god. And they could just re-equip. I'm going to hit for lethal, I think. I think I'm going to pull a bit of a maneuver here. Uh-oh! That's Maneuver City. Just take the draw and life gain now. Before these other ones die. Oh, so good. They block that. They take 10, 18. It's still, we still just push it. They're going to block the token Voltborn though, right? Yep. That's fine. It's whatever. They have lifelink. But we have enough to sustain ourselves. Maybe we should have attacked, lost 2. Okay, good game. Okay, opponent's going to go first. 1, 2, 3 is beautiful. I love Raw Priest. Oh, it's fair and playable. Let's keep the Might to defend the Steed. Okay, Sentry takes the Might. No attack. I'm going to save this. Well, I think we should. This can't defend. This can defend. But if we're plotting it, it doesn't matter. Sorry, not plotting, saddling. Which I do still go for. If they double block, we take the Rot Priest. And I don't care. That's worth it. Single block, fine. Still get the life gain, right? Make a 3/3. That is good. Another Sentry takes the token. 2 toxic to 3. There you go. Wow. And it might. That's pretty good too. right? Let's take a draw. Make another angel. There's a block. We gain life. Four mana, 3 in hand. We have good blocks. A Johnny. Pretty good. Can distribute +1 counters. I think that would be decent. They find a Contaminator instead off the top. Alright. We have white and green, so that won't work. Alright, this is a white token, and that's a green card, so you don't have unblockable. Interesting. Good game. Okay, our opponent's going to go first. Mulligan. Better. Keep 6. Let's be responsible. 4 comes well before 7. Right? Should have tossed a Trostani. How was I to know? Burned again. It's okay. She's prone to removal. These are my 2 favorite cards, so it's okay. Get lost. Okay. Probably another counterspell. Well, not another, but one of them. Deduce Adelphia. So we don't really want to overextend because of a field wipe. Probably about 2 permanents max. Really? I'll just look for the land, whatever. Thank you. Vigilance, dodging, wandering emperor. Hit for 5. Get lost. 2.0. March. Okay, okay. Ramp could be a good counter target. Can they spend this other mana? Well, it's a draw. So, yep. Steed is a go. Let's pass over. They have 4 in hand. Slaying our creature land. Four cards in hand. What could go wrong? It lands. We saddle. We give it vigilance. Not that it matters, because they would just exile Trostani anyways, but, you know, it's a start. I'm sure there's also just a field wipe. So we don't really want to, you know, go in more than this. 1 Sunfall, please. Thank you. Wow. Almost like it was scripted. And I'm drawing nothing but removal. I love it. I love it, mate. There's not that much removal in deck. Like, this is it. This is all of it. I don't need any of it. It's just so sad. I mean, I guess. Feels pretty bad, though. Yep. If they have any long-term draws like a Memory Deluge, it's probably game. Well, that actually could help that problem, right? Them casting it once, not too bad, but it's the fact that it has flashback. They can cast it from the grave, and within, you know, they're looking at the top 4, then they're looking at the top 7 or something, and you know, looking at 11 cards, putting 4 into hand, there's no way you don't get another copy of it, and then so on and so forth. Nice draw. That's just great. Lovely. Okay. I mean, maybe not a card I would counter. And why not draw, like... I know it's like kind of rubbing my eye. What am I doing? I'm pressing the space bar. Oops. Sorry. Do we get burned for this, I wonder? It's just flexing on them. That's all it is, don't worry. I was drawing it out, that's all.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa, and I will protect my people.
That was my whole plan. It was just to draw it out. I didn't mean to attack. I was trying to push through my phases to end my turn, not attack all. Come on. Come on! It is what it is, though. We're going to move past it. Just looking for our 7th land. Two cards in hand. That is a... Huh. Interesting. This is a creature that does, you know, become pretty good. Another Emperor, but we see it, and that sucks. But they like the +1 counter, so they probably leave it. Unless they're focused on a counter spell, which to me is annoying. I just need the land. Thank you. Now we can hit. They're never not going to have mana. I don't expect it to land. It does. It draws. Oh, wow. Okay. A land. You would. Of course you would. Why not another Vaultborn Tyrant Shuffler? Huh? They have 2 Wandering Emperors. Ah, Farewell, my favorite card. Exile, so we don't get a copy of it. Hit 4. 4, potentially... Well, 3, potentially 4 or 5. We'll see. That's a good card. Oh, another Sunfall. Good game. Oakley dokley. So, you know, we've made some changes to this variant. I was sure that it would be a more competitive build than the last. However, you know, the matchmaker varies day to day. The shuffler varies day to day, so it's very hard to get a grasp on that as an individual, and I need all of your help. What do you think of this variant or version in comparison to last? Did we make it better? Did we tarnish its image? Or is it more or less the same? We've added more removal to the deck. We've dropped a land. Can you believe it? We're back up to 4 Vaultborns. We've dropped an invasion. We've added the Scrap Gorger and dropped the Dust Animist. That's what I've been up to. Trying to, you know, make it more consistent. But like I said, only one person. I felt within today's results. Now, I don't know if this is true as a whole, but we had too much removal. I was like not facing other aggro decks, and when we did face them, we had the advantage through power and toughness, so we didn't really need the removal. It did come in handy a few times, don't get me wrong, but it felt like maybe, just maybe, there was too much removal. Maybe we trim this back, and then we only face other mid-range, and like that's the one of it. I love this game. I do. With that being said, think that everything here is perfect. I even think the Evolving Adaptive fits really well in the deck. We're just kind of working with the cards in the most left-hand column here. The Gorger, Get Lost, and Question. I love Question with the Death Touch. I understand that the target creature you control isn't great. It gives them an option to interact with it on the stack. But it seems like maybe it's worth it because of this Death Touch, potentially. Get Lost is great. Probably tuning that back to 3 copies. We had 3, we moved it up to 4, but I think, you know, feeling that there was too much removal. And, you know, with that being said, other cards that we cut was the Surprise. Now, that maybe goes back in. And like, so I was like, okay, it's better to remove than to protect. Maybe not though, right? So it's always something that we're going to be testing. The Bunnycorn could actually have 4 power, believe it or not. So, you know, this is on my radar. I've added the Charm to my radar. The triple green could be messy, and this same reason why Polkranos remains in the maybe board or sideboard here. It's maybe the triple green's a little bit aggressive for us. Mondrak double tokens. So this is A, great for the Angels. B, it's got 4 power to saddle the steed. And C, we also run Vaultborn, which makes it a token of itself. So 2 Vaultborn, like that could be pretty good, right? With Mondrak. Brawler's been here, you know, we're just leaving it there. Same as Nissa. Dust Animus we cut. We decided that maybe the adaptive via graveyard control was better against Temur than the Loam Speaker would be as the additional land. I'm actually going to cut that because I think that holds true. The Doomscar Warrior, decent. The +1 via backup on the Steed would be pretty good. 4 power here as well, so not bad. Elish Norn doubling ETBs, which is really only the Trailblazer and the Tyrant, but it's got 4 power itself, which is pretty good, and maybe you just put 1 of. We did cut Elspeth as well. I don't mind it, but it sucks to -3 and pull an Evolving Adaptive. you know, to pull a Might. It's just like a pull. Like, what am I doing with my life? Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens, right? Other times you get your perfect pull of Trostani. It's going to be one of those things. But I think, you know, it could go to the sideboard for now. Osier, thinking about this, pretty expensive, but, you know, it really does add fuel to the fire. And maybe the Nexus. So, like, it's cool maybe not to have all creatures. And this could help protect us against a field wipe that's non-exile based. I know everyone runs Sunfall anyways, but thinking about it, Clay Champion also would be fantastic in the deck, I believe. Entering with 3+1 counters, it's a 5/5 for 4. You can push the other stuff up as well, which isn't terrible late game. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you can improve this deck, I would be impressed. Yeah? I'm also available in the community Discord day to day if you ever want to stop by and have a chat with the one and only. It would be my pleasure. Most importantly, though, have an absolute magical day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next